So, a little awkward. First video on this channel. I didn't write a script because I wanted everything to be authentic. So, this is Eon Galactic Archive. So, this will be an archive of my thoughts, ideas, opinions on things that are going on in society throughout my lifetime, my life experiences, all that jazz. This is somewhat of an experiment. So, the main focus will be to talk to my future descendants. So, Eon Galactic, the 16th, welcome. you know, and then also to collect my thoughts and ideas, to collect data, to eventually turn myself into AI or create an AI based off my personality and my thoughts. So, I asked AI 10 questions to give me if I was speaking to a descendant 250 years in the future. So we'll start. This is 10 questions. I don't know how long it'll take for me to make this, but here we go. If it gets too long, I'll stop after like 10 minutes or so. But what is the most significant technological advancement during your lifetime, and how did it change society? My lifetime has seen a crazy amount of technological advances, or I'm just going to say technology. I was born in 1992, and the current year is 2024. It's crazy how long that sounds. But let's see. I would say, well, the computer was already invented before I was born, but I would say the personal computer throughout my lifetime, at least from my understanding of it, has drastically changed society. I remember getting on the first computer when I was maybe like 5 or 6. So this was like 97, 96, sometime around there. And I remember dial-up. There were so many things I remember, but we'll kind of go over these things in future videos. But I would say how personal computing has changed in the last 32 years. Oh, I just turned 32 last week, so I'm getting old. But I would say the personal computer has changed from being like a stationary device to a mobile device. Like, I'm currently filming this on my phone, which fits in the palm of my hand. Which, if you think about when I was first born, like the time when I was first born, like being able to record a video or have a phone, or being like have a phone, have music, have apps, have everything in just one device. It's pretty crazy. And apps have changed drastically as well since I graduated high school. I think the first iPhone came out when I was in 9th grade, which was 2007. I could be wrong, but apps have changed drastically. I remember apps used to suck, man. They used to be so basic. And now apps are so detailed, and you can almost do anything you want in the world on an app, or you can find an app for it. And the last thing, I will also say cryptocurrency or Bitcoin. I think that's going to be a huge advancement for society. And the main one that everybody is talking about now, I would say within the last 2 years, is AI. And like I said, I asked AI to help me with formulating these questions. And like I said, I also want to create my own or clone myself using AI. So then we'll just move on to the next question. How do you balance your career, hobbies, and personal life in such a fast-paced world? My career has been focused on finance and trading, and my personal life has suffered. And also hobbies have drastically suffered. I just recently started picking up hobbies again. So I've been a trader since maybe I was 14, 15, but my dad bought me my first stock, which was Disney, I think in 97 or 98, and I still get dividend checks for having that. But I remember him telling me you should invest in things that you have an interest in, and that my interest at the time was Disney. I love Disney movies, I still do. But anyways, how do I balance them? I've just recently started focusing on balancing everything, maybe within the last year or so. I met my mentor, Gio Chin. Maybe it was was 2020 or 2021, and he's helped me out a lot. My main focus has always been on trading, and I suffered, like, my personal life and hobbies have suffered a lot because of that, because I was trying to find the holy grail of trading, that one strategy that works no matter what, which is impossible. My hobbies now have been, I've always played video games, but I recently started playing those again. My other hobby would be, I love playing around with AI. I love seeing what new technology is out there, and I also really love documentaries. I could watch a documentary every single day and be happy, especially the long ones. I won't say the long ones. I say give it an hour, hour and a half. But I've seen some that were like 3 or 4 hours, and I got to take a break. There's one I watched. It was like 7 or 8 hours. It was ridiculous. I had to chop it up into pieces. But I love documentaries. I love playing video games. I love things that could kind of get my brain working or present a challenge. And also just research. I love to research new, interesting topics and just learn. But learn things that I have an interest in. I don't like learning stuff that I don't have an interest in. Anyways, how do I balance those? So now I'm trying to work on creating certain slots for, like, giving time to things. So, for instance, it's later on in the day. I wanted to make this video earlier, but it was too hot in Toronto, so I sat in front of the fan most of the day. But anyways, I'm trying to set certain slots or give myself certain time limits for, hobbies and career and personal life. So once I'm done with this video, I'm gonna go cuddle with my fiance, future wife, your future great grandmother. But anyways, I'm gonna watch some anime and hang out for maybe an hour or two, and I also have to work. I work later in the evenings. Anyways, next question: what was the biggest challenges you faced, and how do you overcome them? Super deep question. I would go with the less dramatic one first, or the less saddening one first. Was I wanted to be a professional athlete or a professional football player, but I broke my thumb my senior year. Or I tore I think it was an MCL or ACL. It was an MCL. I tore the MCL on my thumb, and then I suffered with back problems most of my high school career, or I guess high school period of my life. And then come to find out that I had a sprained vertebrae, and they said if I get hit the wrong way, or I hit somebody else the wrong way, I could be paralyzed. So I completely stopped playing football, and then I just decided to focus 100% on business or trading. The more saddening obstacle. Oh, and to get over that, I just focused on trading and business, or the hobbies that I had after high school. But the biggest challenges that I faced recently have been my best friend. Taking his life in 2018 in December, which was very difficult for me. I've had a lot of friends pass away, due to some form of violence, but friends that I may not have been as close to as him, and also the way that, it's different when somebody, takes their own life, and we'll kind of go into that later on as well. I think that should be a different video, but another topic that has been difficult for me, and is still super difficult for me, is my mother passing away in 2023. A few days, or I think it was a week and a half after her birthday in March. And I think one of the most difficult parts with that has been just a lot of the regret that I have with, maybe when I was younger, how I talked to her, or, she would ask me to do something small and I wouldn't do it. And to be honest with you, I still haven't overcome that. Every day is a challenge. I was her caretaker for 2.5 years. So right in the beginning of COVID, she was diagnosed with multiple myeloma, and just seeing how her weight loss and how she would barely eat, and that's something I don't think I'll personally ever get over or overcome. Anyways, before I start crying, let's move on to the next question. We'll probably only get 5 because I'm already at 10 minutes. So, how did people in your time view the future, and were their hopes and fears for the next century? And what were their it's very weird wrong. Anyways, what were their hopes? Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't make the screen. How do people in your timeline view the future, and what were their hopes and fears for the next century? Right now, it seems like everybody is okay. So for one, everything going on in the Middle East right now between Israel and Palestine, I know they want to say it's Hamas. I do agree that it is Hamas, but the amount of killing that is going on between Israel and Palestine and Ukraine and Russia, and my thing is, I understand war is something that just happens, it just seems to be in human nature. But the thing that has always torn me up about war are the innocent lives. Now, I know that, there are innocent lives on both sides in the army and military, but the people that just are killed, or I would say even murdered, just because of where they live, is devastating to me. Like, one of the things that I always think is a blessing, or has been a blessing in my life so far, which could change in the near future, potentially, is, I was born in America, and we've never had, I can't say a war on our turf, but we never had a foreign war brought to America. So I've never, I sometimes I think and wonder, like, what do the people think who are in war-torn countries? Like, will I survive? Like, like, when somebody goes to sleep in Palestine or Ukraine, but we'll focus on Palestine. When somebody goes to sleep in Palestine, when they're going to sleep, do they wonder, like, will I wake up in the morning? Or, like, will my wife or will my children survive the night? It's crazy to think about, and it's so saddening just to think that, it's weird because sometimes when I'm depressed and I'm going through my own things, I just think about, like, the fact that I should be happy because there are people that are going through things that are way worse than I'm going through right now. Anyways, we can talk about that later as well. But the other thing that I think people, how people view the future is AI. A lot of people are talking about AI taking over the world, or it's going to completely disrupt jobs, and if it's going to be like the movie The Matrix, I have no idea. I find AI interesting. I always love technology, but I think the thing with AI is, like, if you view computers the way you view AI, or you view, like, the Industrial Revolution or the Technical Revolution, I view all these things as, like, miniature singularities until you get to the main singularity. So, like, when you think about the singularity, when human advancement is just going skyrocketing through the roof, I feel like that's kind of what's going on right now. Like, I think we're at the dawn of the singularity, where it's like I download one AI for a specific task, or maybe I'm inquisitive about something, or I want to do something with this AI. And then maybe, like, later on in the day, or maybe next week, I end up finding a completely new AI that is way faster and better. It gets me way better results. And then, I find another AI, and they can technically do almost the same thing, but they're just getting better and better so fast. And there's so many of them coming up. It's crazy. So, I think with AI, it's going to be it's going to create a lot of opportunity. And I think one of the things that I'm trying to figure out is how would I take advantage of the opportunity and profit from it? Because I think if I don't profit from AI or find a way to, I'll be doing a disservice to you know, like the future generations. You know, it's always been a goal of mine to have like true generational wealth, like, you know, wealth beyond measure. And, you know, I think somewhat for myself is like I'm not very materialistic like I used to be when I was at a younger age, but you know, I'd want to instill that you guys shouldn't be materialistic either. You know, like even if you have it, you shouldn't just be like let that change or dictate your personality or how you treat people. But anyways, I think we should move on to the next question because we're at 15 minutes now. Can you describe the typical? Can you describe a typical day in your life, including your routine and technology you use? So I use my phone every single day and a laptop every single day. I use TV. And it's interesting to me because I wonder, like, do you guys even know what a TV is like 250 years from now? Like, would that even be something that you could comprehend of like what a TV is? Because I think like, you know, we're in the year 2024, and I think about the missing technology that's out there. Like, what type of toys or things the kids play with, like when they were like, you know, 400 or 500 years from now, like in the past. So like 400, 500 years in the past, like what type of things that people use in their day to day that we just couldn't even comprehend or find useful now in today's society. You know, and I think I'm gonna try and find a documentary on that and make a reaction video on this channel about that. But so anyways, to go back on topic, you know, so I wake up, you know, I brush my teeth, I always first use the bathroom, brush my teeth, which requires a toilet and a sink. And I wonder if that's even something you guys will have in the future. But anyways, focus. I use my phone every day. You know, I look at charts on my phone and on the laptop. I use a watch. And daily routine wise, it's pretty basic, you know, like trade, look at charts, research, watch TV, documentaries, play video games, you know, eat, sleep, you know, normal stuff. You know, every once in a while, go to a restaurant, you know, go try something. So Kayla and I, last week we went to Niagara Falls, and I wonder if Niagara Falls is still running. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure it'll still be running, but like, what does it look like 250 years from now? But anyways, you know, we went to Niagara Falls, went to Dave & Buster's and played some arcade games, which was pretty fun. I haven't done that in years. It was really fun. Try new restaurants. That's pretty much it. But we only got through 5 questions. It's almost a 20-minute video, so I'm gonna cut it there. But welcome to the channel. I'm gonna try and make as many videos as I can to, you know, document the things that I view and my opinions on things that are going on in the world, and, you know, just share my life experience with you guys and anybody who's interested in seeing or even seeing what I think about things that are going on in the world. But yeah, you know, I'll cut it there for today. And yeah, I mean, even though I haven't met you, I love you, dude. Our little dudette, you know. Anyways, it's gonna get awkward if I keep going, so we're gonna cut it there. Peace.